Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, plans are firming up for the DC Arsenal of Democracy flyover. Waco celebrates 30 years since the rebirth of the YMF biplane, and ANN is ready for its best coverage ever of the AEA convention starting tomorrow. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm Ashley Hale. On May 8th, the 70th anniversary of Victory in Europe Day, the skies over the National Mall will be filled with one of the most spectacular and diverse arrays of World War II aircraft to be flown at any one time. There will be a commemorative wreath-laying ceremony on May 8th at the National World War II Museum, followed by the Arsenal of Democracy flyover, featuring dozens of World War II vintage military aircraft in historically sequenced formations, representing the war's major battles. On May 9th, the collection of World War II aircraft participating in the flyover will be on display at the National Air and Space Museum's Stephen F. Udvar Hazy Center. To make it more fun for people watching the flyover, a special issue of the May Air and Space magazine includes spotter cards, which will allow observers to track and identify the aircraft as they fly overhead. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the first delivery of the reintroduced Waco YMF biplane. And to celebrate the milestone, the Waco Aircraft Corporation of Battle Creek, Michigan, is inviting owners of Waco-built aircraft to come visit the factory and fly together up the coast of Michigan to the beautiful destination of Mackinac Island. They'll be flying up the western part of the Third Coast, the Michigan shoreline, dotted with many historical lighthouses and coastal towns. Participants will luxuriate in the world-famous Grand Hotel on enchanting Mackinac Island. Time machines as written in stories and portrayed in movies are fictional, but flying a Waco on a trip like this must be about as close as you get to going back in time for real. After the break, the ANN AEA convention broadcast schedule is listed.
AML's patent-pending wireless induction charging system eliminates confusion over those charging cables, cuts down cockpit cable clutter, and allows you and your passengers to fly cordless and eliminate the cable nightmare. www.aviationmodificationleaders.com.
The KSN 770 is an affordable, WAS-enabled integrated MFD with a flexible hybrid user interface from Bendix King. Get your fingers on the 770's perfect blend of touchscreen and hard buttons. Easily control your GPS navigation, Navcom, weather, traffic, and terrain in any condition. For more information, go to bendixking.com.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. If you'd like to be a supporter of Airborne Unlimited, send an email to jim@aero-news.net. The Aircraft Electronics Association International Convention 2015 starts tomorrow, and we're ready. On April 8th through the 11th, ANN will be there to cover the AEA convention from top to bottom, from beginning to end. We'll provide daily reports on the Aero-News Network website and broadcast video reports on our daily Airborne Unlimited videocast. We start things off on Wednesday, April 8th at 9:30 in the morning Eastern Time with the exciting and fast-paced live Aero-TV coverage of the AEA new product introductions. On Thursday, April 9th, detailed live coverage of the most fascinating new products, programs, and people starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Time. On Friday, April 10th, we expand coverage of products, programs, and people starting at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Time. The Thursday and Friday live broadcasts are 3-hour sessions, possibly longer. that will offer expert insight and commentary on numerous areas of importance. These include the approaching 2020 ADS-B mandate, the Next Gen GA Fund, the best of the 2015 new product introductions, a closer look at the top products we saw, regulatory updates, the UAV situation, and much more. If you can't make it to the convention, please join us on Aero-TV. Every Tuesday, we look ahead at some of the most interesting events in the aviation universe. Here's this week's Aero-Calendar. Here's a last-minute reminder for the 58th Annual Aircraft Electronics Association International Convention and Trade Show. That starts tomorrow and runs through the 11th in Dallas, Texas. If you can't make it there yourself, tune in to ANN for live daily coverage of this major event. This event is for our north of the border viewers. If you're looking for a career change, on April 11th, the Calgary Careers in Aviation Expo is being held at the Aerospace Museum of Calgary. Industries from all aviation disciplines will be there. The weekend of April 11th and 12th provides airshow excitement as the MCAS Beaufort Air Show in Beaufort, South Carolina gets started. The United States Navy Blue Angels will be there along with many other top airshow performers. The weekend of April 11th and 12th features the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds at the Gulf Coast Salute Air Show in Panama City, Florida. The show is hosted by Tyndall Air Force Base and features the F-22 demonstration team and the Army Golden Knights. Lots of other great acts will participate. After these messages, a Hartzell propeller shows up on Flight Design's C-4 airplane.
Now certified, Aspen Avionics single-band ADS-B, ATX-100, and ATX-100G transceivers are the next-gen ADS-B solution that provides the features pilots need while keeping flyaway costs low. Check it out now at aspenavionics.com.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro standby instrument. TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Redbird Flight Simulations is dedicated to revolutionizing flight training by designing, manufacturing, and delivering affordable and innovative flight training technologies. Each Redbird device is designed to enhance the training experience for pilots of all levels, from student to ATP. Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we've summarized some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Hartzell propellers will provide high-performance two-blade swept aluminum props for Flight Design's new alternative fuel C-4 aircraft. The aircraft will use Hartzell propellers 74-inch diameter, two-blade, swept aluminum prop. Duncan Aviation is prepared to perform the magnetic particle inspection required on the main rotor spindle on various models of the Instrom helicopters. This inspection complies with a service directive to address potential spindle separation due to fatigue. The Airbus Helicopters Foundation has joined forces to distribute medical supplies, food, and other humanitarian aid to the communities affected by Tropical Cyclone Pam in Vanuatu. Vanuatu is located in the South Pacific Ocean, about 1,000 miles east of Australia. The FAA has proposed 2 civil penalties totaling $328,550 against Southwest Airlines for allegedly violating federal aviation regulations. Reportedly, one issue involved a cabin depressurization, and a second issue involved operating with unserviceable portable oxygen units. Well, that's it for our trip around the patch. Let's move on to the rest of the news. If you're wondering how a story about Stanley Kubrick's epic film, 2001: A Space Odyssey, ends up as an Aero-News story, the answer is simple. We're just a bunch of space geeks that think it's a science fiction film that stands the test of time. Film director Stanley Kubrick purposely destroyed most of the sets, props, costumes, and models used in the movie to prevent them from being used in other films. So when a rare example of one of the models from the movie came up for auction recently, the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures grabbed it for $344,000. The model is the Ares 1B Translunar Space Shuttle, which survived only because of an agreement with an art teacher who was given the model to teach his students about technology. Reports are that the model is in amazingly good condition and includes its thrusters with blast deflectors. The museum is slated to open in 2017. Here's an ANN special notice. If you have a HAL 2000 computer installed on your aircraft, it's been recalled. Airborne Unlimited's broadcast schedule will change for the last half of this week. The regular Airborne Unlimited broadcast will modify its usual daily schedule starting Wednesday, April 8th through Friday, April 10th, to bring you something really exciting. As usual, the Airborne Unlimited crew will be working their tails off, but for these special days, they'll be bringing you live video reports and live video broadcasts from the AEA International Convention in Dallas, Texas. Don't miss it. We'll be back with our regularly scheduled Airborne Unlimited broadcast on Monday, April 13th. In the meantime, remember to get comprehensive real-time 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Please join us in a growing roster of over 100 outstanding industry associations and organizations every weekday for the best in aviation and aerospace news. I'm Ashley Hale. Thanks for watching.